So I'm supposed to open up the barrier, but I don't know how to. I'm sure I was told, I just wasn't paying attention. So...
Probably. What if we just say please?
Captain, are you there? Ratchet and I are under fire and we need assistance. Over.
Oh yeah, this is where we find out that the captain was evil or something, even though we already knew.
Oh no! I believe that dude was evil.
I was going to reference the freaking the Phoenix games, but you wouldn't know them.
Probably not.
Yeah, I watch a good bit of freaking animation reviews and stuff like that. And Phoenix games, well, it's Dingo Pictures actually that's to blame, not Phoenix games. But yeah, it's like it was a German, I want to say, like bootleg company is the best way I can describe them. They would make anything that Disney did, but in MS Paint.
Oh no!
And it had great dialogue like, "Your father, the Black Panther, is your father?"
What?
Yeah.
Unbelievable!
I'll need to send you some freaking... some videos, I guess, if you're interested with that shit.
I think I'm interested.
Because they are very good in how fucking shit they are. Like, it's a delight. There's just so many funny things, and not one release of their movies are the same. Like sometimes it's properly voice acted in English. Well, as properly as they could get anyway.
Right.
Sometimes it's just a Dutch dad and son duo doing all of the voices and narration. Sometimes the DVD claims there's an English voice, but it never existed. Those are the best ones. But yeah.
There were plans to have an English dub included, but those plans kind of fell through, and we couldn't retract all the information on the DVD, so we're gonna...
No, wait, actually, there's one better. There was one better, because one time, or at least there was one release of one of their movies, where it had an English dub. It said so on the DVD, only there was actually no dub. It was just the backing tracks and shit like that you would record the voice eyes onto.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Why don't we make our own bootleg company? We can do just as bad, maybe even worse.
I mean, we could, I suppose, if I was about to say if I get better at animation, then I remembered, oh yeah, no, never mind, I don't need to. It's fine. I only need to be slightly better at animation, as in 2 frames per second instead of 1. And
right. And then we're going.
Not one freaking... oh yeah, no, I'm mixing the right things up, my terms. But yeah. I mean, you say that I am actually looking like my whole thing with drawing was always that eventually going to be that I want to do animations, because I mean, I'm not gonna pay people to actually do it properly. I'll never have that sort of money. If I want animation, then I'm gonna have to make animation.
Fine, I'll do it myself.
Yeah, with blackjack and hookers, and the lack of proportions anywhere.
I like it.
It's not ugly, it's charming.
It's an acquired taste.
Yeah, it's an art style.
You've not yet acquired.
But yeah, that and I actually have I have thought about eventually once I will actually get better at animation and shit like doing a freaking Terraria offshoot series that is just an animated series of your fishing anime.
I like it.
I've written the song. It just needs to actually be performed one of these years.
Yeah, you did tell me that you wrote the song. I remember that much.
So it just needs to be made, you know. The easiest part of anything. Oh. Alright, gone.
Yeah, gun. The honeycomb is wild.
I figured it would go away eventually, but no, you need to shoot it.
Ah.
Oh yeah, this is Mr. Zurkon's wife.
Ah.
Lovely, isn't she?
No, way earlier, I was actually going to ask if there was a Ms.Zurkon as a joke, but apparently there is.
Yeah.
It's no joke.
Alright, I guess I should be flying instead.
Flying might be a good idea.
Just do bombing runs. Mrs. Zurkon
Yeah.
was built before World War One, so she doesn't know what to do with it. When people start bombing her. Alright, I guess I'll just no-scope you then. Sure. Put it into my high-pass freaking Call of Duty no-scope montage.
Man, remember Call of Duty montages? That's peak 2011.
No, I never
Probably every
watched
year
them.
after that, until now.
I never watched them.
I definitely saw it. It would have had to be 2011 or 2000, very late 2010 at the earliest, and probably mid-late 2011. I would say it was around the time where I actually did watch a couple of the Black Ops, I want to say it was, compilations. Because I had a friend who I was really smitten with, and she really liked Call of Duty, so I was like, maybe I should upgrade my knowledge on this thing. So, yeah, that's how that went down, and nothing ever came of it.
Ah. Well, at least now you know how to be elite.
Now I know how to be elite, yes. And to this day, I've never played a Call of Duty.
I actually have. I've played
I
multiple,
own
but-
one. I actually own Black Ops 2, which I believe is one of the worst ones ever made, according to most people. And it sits unopened in a drawer somewhere. I think it's packed right now. I don't know. But yeah, I definitely have an unopened Black Ops 2, I want to say. For the PS3, and it probably won't ever be opened at this point.
You can sell it
Kinda
for
wild.
$1.
I could sell it for $1. I think I bought it for $1.
Ah! I see. Oh, the supermassive black holes hit her. I did not think that would actually happen like that.
Yeah, I figured it just hit stuff on the ground, and she's kind of floaty.
Alright. But yeah, I've played most of the newer ones actually, and then also Modern Warfare 1 and 2's campaigns. And then I played Ghosts online. That was the only online experience I had. Because I was in the Ghosts beta. Well, the public beta, so you know, it's I think it's right home about.
Yeah.
I like how that's the one I tried to sound bragging on, but I've been in multiple closed betas.
This is true.
But you know.
Hey, guess what, guys? I was in an open beta.
Yeah, never
Feel
mind.
jealous.
Never mind that time that I play tested like 4 different Spite clones. It was a closed thing. Well, okay, I guess to be fair to them, one of them wasn't a Spite clone, it was a Paladin's clone. Which was already an Overwatch clone, so you know. A for effort, I guess?
Yeah.
E for effort. More like it.
E for effort.
But yeah. Ghosts was alright. I guess I got a couple of kills. Like, you can tell how long ago some things happened depending on whether or not I say that I played games online. Because, like, when I was premium peasant, that did not come out right. Premium peasant. Yes, before I stopped being a peasant in my freaking freaking young adult age.
Keep moving, Ratchet.
Back when I was still a peasant. No, freaking. But like, you know, before. I don't know. Actually, it was sometime around the time that I joined the forums. Actually, that I got my that my social anxiety got this bad that I don't play games online at all. I was like, I used to play WoW online. I played a lot of video games online. I used to play Tekken Tag 2 online when that was not dead. So like, you know, I have some online experience with some stuff, but you're not gonna catch me actually playing shit online unless it's mine anymore, because it just gives you a fucking panic attack. Alright, I need to sort out my inventory. Something's not lined up real nice, and she's already shooting me. Help!
Help!
Alright, that should be fine. But yeah, so like the funny thing is, like whenever I play games online, I'm actually not that bad. All things considered, like, you know, I get my ass handed to me by people who have been playing online freaking all like since the game released or shit like that. But that's obvious,
Right.
But like every time I've tried to play a fighting game online on my lonesome, I've made a random rage quit. So one of those times was on purpose because the guy was being an asshole. Like, I just really didn't jive well with how he played, so I was like, you know what, I'm gonna be an asshole too, and I was, and I recorded it because I found it funny, and I still watch that video back sometimes because it is funny.
Very nice. You need to post that for me so I can watch it.
All right. But yeah, it was Street Fighter V. This guy played a Akali, I played a Kuma because, well, of course.
Right.
And the guy, like my biggest pet peeve in fighting against people is when people flowchart their characters, which is just like, you know, basically it's going on if blank then do move statement in programming, I guess. So I don't know how to try to put it in more understandable means, but like you're not really playing the character. You're using a list of moves and then just reacting to what the other player does, which it's like, I'm not saying that's not a fair way to play the game or whatever. I just don't find it fun to play against.
Yeah.
Like if someone enjoys it, then that's their thing, I suppose. I just don't. But yeah, so it was one of those guys that not only did he play flowchart, he played a very bad flowchart because it consisted of two moves. Yeah, it was two moves. Which, like, you know, there's a way to make the flowchart not so obvious. Because eventually, like, no matter how hard anybody tries, they are going to start playing through a flowchart because they just get used to using this move over that move. But usually when that happens, you use like a repertoire of, I don't know, like 10 to 15 moves instead of 2.
Uh-huh.
And this guy legitimately was just like movement and 2 moves. Which is not hard to look through if you actually have some fighting game experience, which, you know, I've only been playing fighting games all of my life, so... And legitimately, the first couple of games that I remember playing are Street Fighter 2, Dragon Ball Shinbuto, or whichever, and freaking Contra. So, you know, I have next to no fighting game experience, obviously.
Clearly.
But yeah, so he beat me on the first time because I was like, well, obviously he can't play like that. Like, he can't be using 2 moves. So I kept falling for the obvious mix-up because I didn't think that it was a mix-up. And shit like that. So I was like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna stop freaking playing fair. I beat the guy in the second round, like just to test it. They played normally in the second round too and beat the guy, and he still kept using those 2 moves. So I was like, you know what? You're not playing any fun, so I'm not gonna play any fun. And
You're
I
not
also
going to have fun today.
yeah. So I distilled Akuma to 2 moves as well. Those 2 moves being Wake Up Grab and Tatsumaki. Now, the thing that you need to know about the Wake Up Grab back then is that they've nerfed it since with the new encode and shit like that. But basically, what you needed to know about the Wake Up Grab is that you were going to get grabbed. Like, if you know that the opponent is going for a grab, then maybe you're not getting grabbed, but even then, there's a good chance you're getting grabbed. And it's not like that anymore, but it was like that back when this happened. So I used a very broken part of everyone's kit in the game. But I don't care. And so yeah, like I literally only did Tatsumaki and then grab, and then Tatsumaki and then grab. I think I jumped over like maybe one of his moves, but maybe not because he played a bit defensively, and I might have been more on the aggressive side just to get freaking shit in, which would mean that he didn't get to move at all. By the way. But the only time that I did a different move than Tatsumaki or grab in that round was when he got dizzied from all of the Tatsumaki grab mix-ups that he somehow didn't read, despite the being literally just going between Tatsumaki and grab. And it's like, it wasn't even a thing, like, because with mix-ups, you can make 2 moves into a good 50-50 mix-up. But the thing is, you're supposed to, like, you know, like it's a mix-up because you don't know which one the enemy is going for. Like, they can be going for either one, but you don't know which one is going for, so you go for one or the other. I kept doing the same thing. Like, it wasn't a thing where I did 2 Tatsumakis and then a grab, and then did 1 Tatsumaki and then a grab, and shit like that. I did literally the worst mix-up I could muster, which was just going between grab and Tatsumaki and repeating that freaking sequence. And the guy didn't get it. The guy somehow did not get it. So
Incredible.
So he got dizzied. And I do the only move in the whole freaking round. Yes, so one of those. And I did an EX Shoryuken. And the guy, like, the Shoryuken didn't even reach the ground. Like, his character didn't fall. He DC'd. He must have been so mad. And I was so happy. Like, we complain about toxicity a lot with freaking video games, but we can be kind of toxic too, because like, I'll admit that's a freaking asshole thing to do to a random, but still, I like, yeah.
It needed to be done. The statement needed to be made.
And the thing is that, like, I went with the worst possible option that I could on purpose, because I was like, well, if this guy is smart enough, then he can learn from this and actually freaking use like more than 2 moves maybe next time or something like that.
Maybe.
And no. I'm sure he's, instead of actually trying to figure out how to not get Tatsumaki freaking grab vortex, he just went on Reddit and complained about Tatsuma being broken, because obviously that's the problem.
Yes. That's the thing with so many people nowadays. It's like, people are too quick to say something's broken or overpowered. It's like, come on now. You can have a really good game as a certain character, yet can't have a really bad game against a certain character. But that does not automatically mean, in the span of 1 or 2 matches, that character X is broken or overpowered.
Yeah. Like, even with Gilgamesh, I complain about Gilgamesh a lot in freaking Inspired, but I didn't complain, like, I never said that Gilgamesh is OP. Gilgamesh was, like, Gilgamesh promoted a playstyle that was very unfun to fight against, but Gilgamesh also needed a team to do that, so...
Yep.
And, like, I've since then actually picked him up because they reduced his price. But, like, literally by the time that I got enough money to buy him at the normal price, they reduced the price of the character, so I was like, okay, cool. And then I bought him and Bacchus.
Nuts.
And I took him for a spin, and he's what I imagined. He's just or freaking Odin before the rework. Like,
Yep.
nothing particularly broken about him. It's just Odin. And the problem wasn't that Gilgamesh exists. The problem was that freaking Gilgamesh is new.